What it do, H-Town, what it do? On today's show, we're going to discuss cornerback Derek Stingley received the bag. The Houston Texans gave him a 3-year extension worth $90 million, $89 million guaranteed. But why are critics thinking it's too much?
I got to sit up for this one.
Also, we're going to discuss Danielle Hunter received the bag as well on his extension, which makes him the second highest paid defensive end in the NFL.
That boy is good.
Only behind Myles Garrett. Was it worth it, or would the Texans later regret it? And last but not least, is Cam Robinson a Laramie Tunsil replacement, or was he brought in to compete with Titus Howard and or a future rookie? H-Town, get your listening ears ready, strap up your boots, and let's go!
Attention all operators on countdown 1. This is the final go, no go. Raptor 1. Go. Raptor 2. Go. Stage 1. Go. Stage 2. Go. Copy, go for flight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
They fake it to Mixon. Stroud slips, but he's still able to complete it.
Here comes Thompson. Oh! To the rim with authority. What's the foul?
That ball's caught on the berm. Cam Smith.
Jalen Green.
Out the field, Nico Collins is there. He goes up, and he's got it.
Welcome back, H-Town. Welcome back. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a few minutes here on Everything H-Town Sports Show. I'm your dreadhead host, Hot Topic TB, and like always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that notification bell so you can get the latest flames that your boy drop about your Houston Texans, your Houston Rockets, and your Houston Astros. But on to the topic at hand, baby. Derek Stingley Jr. got paid. The quiet monster got paid. Derek Stingley Jr. received a 3-year, $90 million extension with $89 million of it guaranteed. I do not have a clue why the whole 90 is not guaranteed, since you're already giving him $89 million, and it's well deserved. The money, I don't think, make Derek Stingley. Derek Stingley's going to get the bag, but he's not going to care. His play is not going to fall off. We just pray he stays healthy like he did this season. And he, in the last 2 seasons, well, season and a half, Derek Stingley had 10 interceptions, man. Derek Stingley has been locked down. Derek Stingley, can follow your number 1 receiver. Derek Stingley has a lot of PBUs. Derek Stingley not only covers and has great ball skills, Derek Stingley comes up and tackle you. He's not Sauce Gardner, who's missing easy tackles and only wants to cover guys. Derek Stingley Jr. will come up and lay a hat on you. So yes, the $89 million is guaranteed, and I believe it's well deserved because Derek Stingley Jr., man, has only put his head down and always went to work regardless of what the critics say. The critics want to talk and bump their mouth, but Derek Stingley Jr. right now is a all-pro, and I believe is one of the top 2 DBs in the NFL, only behind that guy over there in Denver. That's it. But everyone else, man, they're going to have to stand in line for the number 1 spot. Derek Stingley, it's well deserved. I'm happy you got the bag, baby. Continue to stay healthy. Continue to play football like you do with your hair on fire. I love that the Texans went ahead and extended their own. A guy that Nick Caserio drafted and said they just don't make guys like this anymore. Derek Stingley, well deserved. I'm glad you got the bag, baby. H-Town. That boy, Nick Caserio, is handing out, money bags. He's backing up the Brinks truck for our guys. He dipped his toe in free agency, but he's making a huge splash via contract extensions. Derek Stingley extension, and now Danielle Hunter extension. Danielle Hunter received an extension that makes him one of the highest paid, actually the second highest paid defensive end in NFL history and in the NFL right now, only behind Myles Garrett. And Danielle Hunter, I believe, just turned 30. So he have a lot of tread left on the tire. I mean, Danielle Hunter is a guy, and I believe this contract is well-deserved. I know a lot of people probably thinking, man, he's 30, man, boom. Man, he's aging well. He's aging with grace. Extensive injury history. He doesn't have that. He's pretty much healthy. Danielle Hunter is a guy that's going to go out there, put his head down, work. Plus, he's also a mentor to Will Anderson Jr., which I love. And you can see it in Will Anderson Jr.'s play. Will Anderson Jr. is the 3rd overall pick and probably was the best player completely in that draft. But Will Anderson Jr., you know, he had a lot of flaws as a rookie and as a young player. And Danielle Hunter is helping him figure out how to use his power, how to use his speed, how to transfer his balance and his power and his speed and use his hands. So I like the mentorship. That's also what helped Danielle Hunter get this bag, as well as his play. Danielle Hunter had, let me say, in 2024, he had 90 quarterback pressures. That's second in the NFL. He had 12 sacks, which was tied for 5th in the NFL. So the boy came out here to H-Town, his hometown, and balled out. So well-deserved contract extension again. Kudos to Nick Caserio for rewarding the guys who come here and have that mentality, that swarm mentality. And the guys, the money is not going to make these guys. These guys are football guys. They love football. They dedicated to their craft. Money doesn't change who they are. They're not going to start coming to meetings late. They're not going to stop coming to practices. They're not going to stop showing up to OTAs. They're going to be there for their team. They're going to ride with their team, and they're going to be there to the end. So I love this extension Nick Caserio gave Danielle Hunter. He's a mentor, and he's a baller at the same time. I'm loving it, baby. Congrats to Danielle Hunter. Congrats to Derek Stingley Jr., baby. H-Town, y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think it was a good extension, or do y'all think Houston later on down the line will probably be like, because it's not a long deal. It was actually a 1-year extension. The 1-year extension just was 35, I believe. No, the 1-year extension, which includes Danielle Hunter will earn $32 million in 2025. Which includes a $12.5 million raise and $55.1 million over the next 2 seasons, with $54.1 million fully guaranteed. The 2026 salary will have Danielle Hunter at $35.6, and that's the second highest, only behind, like I say, Myles Garrett, who's going to be at an average of 40. So, like I say, he got the bag. Nick Caserio likes to give these short contracts and just give all the guaranteed money up front, which it comes off the books pretty quick, and he's not hamstrung when it comes time for C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson and these guys like that to get the bag. And also, Nico Collins got his last year, but it was a 3-year deal, so pretty soon, Nico ball this year, he's probably going to come up for another extension as well. So, you know, it's going to be choices that Nick has to make. These guys are balling. The guys that he's bringing in, he's having a great hit rate on some of these young players. So, you know, everybody's going to be looking for the paper, man. But congrats to those 2 guys. I love what H-Town is doing. I love this combination of players, and these guys are just football guys. H-Town, last but not least, Laramie Tunsil got shipped out of here, man, to go to the Commandos. And he understand, man, Laramie Tunsil is a businessman. I'm not going to down talk the man because he is a good football player. He is a good pass blocking football player. But as a total package, he's just not what the Houston Texans needed. And I know, we haven't brought anybody back who's better than Laramie Tunsil. But 5 average guys is better than 1 guy and the other 4 who are teetering at being bust or teetering at not being that good. But I'm not going to say these guys are being bust because we have a lot of young guys. Titus Howard, a little overpaid, but Titus Howard is a good right tackle when he's at right tackle. And he's a serviceable left guard. So I guess the money is good because he plays multiple positions. But like I said, having 5 guys that are good at their job, you don't have to be great. I would rather an offensive line like that who can also run block and also help pass protect for C.J. Stroud, man. Just do your job. Just do your job. And Nick Caley come from a system and come from a program over there in New England, and so is Nick Caserio. Just do your job, man. Just do your job. Get 5 guys out here that do their job and don't get bullied and can figure out a stunt. Pay attention to the stunt. And like I said, Laramie Tunsil wasn't going to be the leader for Juice Shrugs and these young guys. He just wasn't. So we needed to go out and find a temporary replacement, which we did. And we signed Cam Robinson to a 1-year deal, $12 million deal. He could make up to $14.5 million, so there's probably bonuses and incentives and stuff like that. But is he the replacement for Laramie Tunsil? I don't think so. I mean, he's a serviceable, good left tackle. I believe he can help pass block and protect C.J. Stroud. And I believe he has a little more dog in him for run blocking than Laramie Tunsil. He'll be a little more willing. He'll be a little more better for a team camaraderie, an O-line camaraderie. But Cam Robinson is not the answer. I mean, he's going to probably do, if he goes out there and the Houston Texans, let's say they draft a tackle or a guard or however, or in the first or second rounds. Preferably, I want a receiver in the first round, and then maybe we can go for a tackle or a guard in the second round. The offensive line group, pretty deep, at least to the second round. But I want a wide receiver first round. But let's say we bring a young guy in to compete with him, or let's say Kelvin Banks Jr. slides right there, who, you know, he's a combo type of guy. He can play the tackle position. He can play the guard position. And Nick Caserio and D'Amico Ryans like that. So let's say he slides to 25 and we do pick Kelvin Banks Jr. Okay, will he come in and compete with Cam Robinson? Will he come in and compete with Titus Howard? Will he come in and compete with Fisher? You know, so I'm trying to see would they primarily try to just put Cam at the left and let him compete for the right and keep Titus Howard at the guard, or how the Texans will go about this? I'm not really sure. But like I said, I would prefer a wide receiver in the first round. I would prefer another weapon on this offense, and maybe use the second round pick to go get a guard or go get a tackle, and then your 2 third-round picks you can kind of mix and match defense, offense. Go get a defensive tackle, something like that, something of that nature. But I would prefer, you know, us to go get a wide receiver in the first round and probably bring in a good offensive tackle or guard in the second round, like they did Juice Shrugs. Juice Shrugs was a second-round pick. So I think they can find some good guys in this draft in the second round. But no, I don't believe Cam Robinson is the end-all, be-all, because if he goes to training camp and one of these guys beats him out, he could possibly be a good swing tackle at that price for us. A good veteran presence. Offensive linemen get hurt every day, every game. So as many as good average to good football players you could put on this line to make this line formidable to protect C.J. Stroud and to have some semblance of run blocking. Nick Caserio he's turning over those stones, and head coach D'Amico Ryans is as well. So H-Town, I love the pickup of Cam Robinson. I love the contract extension of Derek Stingley Jr. as well as Danielle Hunter. And also I love the trade to bring in my boy C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Like, Nick Caserio is making huge splashes via trades and contract extensions. He's not doing anything heavy in free agency, and I'm fine with that. He did that last year, spent the bag last year. Let's build through this draft like he's been doing and continue to do, so we can have some of these young contracts, these cheap contracts, and let's go from there, baby. In Nick we trust, baby. Go Texans. I'm your Dreadhead host, Hot Topic TV, and peace.
Texas!
Put some respect on our name.